Hi everyone, it's me, Ian. Today I got to fly on an airplane. Well, not exactly, but almost. Here is our story of our trip to Maine where nothing went as planned, but the ending was totally worth it. First off, Mom woke me up at 4:30 in the morning. I can't say I was exactly ready to wake up yet, and let's all just pretend you didn't just see a big wet spot on my pajamas. It was about 3 hours before I normally wake up. What can I say? I wasn't ready yet. I didn't know exactly what was going on yet, but I definitely caught on that this day was going to be different the moment Mom let me vlog myself while she changed my diaper and got me dressed. Then we turned off the lights, got in the car, and drove off. We drove to the airport and the lights were so cool. We parked in the long-term parking. That's me there trying to escape by scooching my stroller away. Then we took a bus. Thanks, Dad, for carrying everything for Mom and me. Then we headed inside to check into our flight. This part is usually the most boring for me, as they never let me out of my stroller during check-in. Once we checked in, we made our way through security, and then we walked and walked and walked and walked until eventually we found our gate. Usually, this is my favorite part of the trip. Mom will sit with all our stuff, editing or something boring like that, and Dad and I will go exploring without my stroller. Everyone knows that airports are basically a massive playground. This time, though, things seemed a little bit weird. First off, Dad kept checking his phone, more than normal, and Mom seemed super uptight and stressed. I didn't really care what was going on, so I basically ignored them, but eventually I could no longer ignore them because they made me sit in my stroller again. From the bits and pieces I picked up, basically, the FAA computer system crashed, our flight was canceled, what were we going to do, blah, blah, blah. By this time, I was getting pretty sleepy. I mean, I played on quite a few escalators and ran quite a few halls, so I didn't mind when we left our gate. We left the building, got back on the bus, and rode back to our van. This is when things got really weird. I had no car seat. They said it was already checked in and they couldn't get it back for us. So we drove 7 minutes to Walmart where Mom squeezed me and would not let me out of her lap. That was terrible. Then we found a new car seat for me. It isn't as comfy as my normal one, but it was nice having a clean car seat for once. The next part I was not prepared for. They put me in that car seat and we drove for 16 hours. Though I have to say, I really appreciate that before such a long drive that they brought me to the best playground known to mankind, an airport. We've never had to do a security check for a road trip before, but hey, my parents like to stay as safe as possible. The drive was pretty uneventful, which I guess is a good thing. I slept, got constipated, watched Frozen on repeat, and really enjoyed a massage chair I found at a rest area in New Jersey. We saw some pretty sights and some not so pretty sights. Anywho, I had no idea where we were going. I'm sure Mom and Dad had told me, but I'm just along for the ride most of the time. That made the arrival all the sweeter. Apparently, all this time we were driving to Maine to see my Grammy and Grampy, and if that isn't enough, they greeted me with a whole bunch of presents to open and play with. Though I would have loved going on a plane, I'm glad Mom and Dad drove me here so I wouldn't miss out on this. Toddler life rocks. All fun and no responsibility. Maine is fun in the winter. It was snowing and I got to play in the snow with my cousins too. Even Dad got to play in the snow when he cleaned off the driveway. This place is basically a winter wonderland. Well, I guess that's the end of our travel video. The next video is going to be of my 2-year-old birthday party, which was epic! Make sure to come back to see me bounce with my cousins. Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to say that. Don't tell Mom I told you this, but we had a bounce house. See you then. Bye!